Good afternoon. The Met Office is warning that unseasonably strong winds could pose a danger to life as Storm Anthony hits parts of the UK. Amber warnings are in place until this evening for the southwest of England and Wales, where gusts could reach up to 65 miles per hour, and with it the potential to cause widespread damage. Our reporter Lewis Warner is on the south coast, where despite the unseasonably miserable weather, many holidaymakers are determined to enjoy themselves. He's just sent us this report.
Well, the summer sun is somewhere else today. Here on the southwest coast of England, the forecast is for strong gusts of wind and heavy rainfall. The Met Office says we could be seeing up to 65-mile-per-hour winds in coastal areas. So much so, it's named its first storm of this storm season, only the third time it's ever named a storm in August. Storm Anthony expected to leave in its wake some unhappy campers like here on this campsite in Poole. Nonetheless, though, they're determined not to let it destroy their holiday.
We've been camping for many years and we're used to rain and used to sunshine, so it don't bother us, we'll just get on with it. I think that's what happens on a campsite. As soon as the rain stops, everybody comes out and everybody's playing, everybody's happy again.
It's not going to spoil our holiday, is it? Definitely not. We've got the wellies, we've got the hats, we're ready, we're good to go.
Well, it's not just here on the southwest coast of England that's affected. Northern Ireland is predicted to have the worst of the rainfall, between 40 and 60 millimetres of rain in some places. There are warnings too if you're planning to get a train this weekend about possible cancellations and delays. On the roads as well, the RAC has said it expects today to be the worst day on the roads across the country so far this summer. 4 million cars expected to take to the streets over this weekend in total. I think if the campers at this campsite are be going anywhere on the roads, though, it'll probably be back home.
Lewis Warner in Poole there. Well, thousands of people braving the bad weather and hoping to attend Brighton's Pride Festival are also facing massive transport problems. All trains in and out have been cancelled by the rail operator Govia Thameslink. It blames an overtime ban called by the train drivers' union ASLEF. The company says that has raised serious concerns about safety amid fears it could have led to severe overcrowding. Several 100,000 people were predicted to attend the event. Former Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan has been given a 3-year jail sentence over corruption allegations. The former cricket star was found guilty of not declaring money earned from selling gifts he received in office. He denies the charges and says he will appeal. Vincent McAviney reports.
He's the former international cricket star and playboy turned politician. But Imran Khan is set to swap the trappings of power for a prison cell. The former Prime Minister of Pakistan was taken into custody at his home in Lahore after a court in Islamabad found him guilty of not declaring money he had earned from selling state gifts. The 70-year-old was ousted from office in a no-confidence vote last year after falling out with Pakistan's powerful military. In an interview with ITV News last month, he predicted his incarceration.
90% chances I'll be behind bars. So I am all mentally prepared that, there's a possibility tomorrow night and onwards I will be spending in jail.
And today he released a pre-recorded message for that eventuality with a call to action. You should not stay at home, as I am not doing this struggle for myself. I'm doing it for my nation, for you, for the future of your children. You don't rise for your rights, you will live the life of slaves. Today's verdict is centred on charges that he incorrectly declared details of presents from foreign dignitaries and proceeds from their alleged sale. The gifts, reported to be worth hundreds of thousands of pounds, included Rolex watches, a ring and a pair of cufflinks. Mr. Khan denies the charges, which he claims are politically motivated, and says he will appeal. But he's facing more than 100 cases brought against him since his removal, for charges including corruption, terrorism and inciting violent political protests against the military and government. Since being ousted, Mr. Khan has been campaigning for early elections in the country, but this conviction could disqualify him from standing for office, possibly for life. Vincent McAviney, ITV News.
A Russian tanker in the Black Sea has been hit by a sea drone, the second such attack in 24 hours, blamed on Ukraine by Moscow. It happened last night, according to Russian officials. The seaborne drone is said to have damaged the ship's engine room, but Russia says there were no casualties. The US Justice Department has asked a court for a so-called protective order against former President Donald Trump to stop him publicly revealing evidence against him and because of fears he could intimidate potential witnesses. It follows comments he posted on his social media platform yesterday, saying, "If you go after me, I'm coming after you." The order would limit what information Mr. Trump and his legal team could share publicly about the case. An American YouTuber could be facing charges for inciting a riot after a giveaway he organised in New York City ended in chaos. Live streamer Kai Cenat fled the event in his car as crowds desperate for free PlayStations climbed on vehicles and scaled buildings in Union Square. The 21-year-old was one of more than 60 people arrested. Sport, and England have reached their first ever Netball World Cup final after a dramatic win over New Zealand. There were big celebrations in Cape Town as England pulled away in the closing minutes to beat the defending champions 46 points to 40. The Roses will face either Jamaica or Australia in tomorrow's final. And in the Football World Cup, Spain are through to the quarter-finals after thrashing Switzerland 5-1 in the first knockout round. And they'll be joined by Japan, who beat Norway 3-1. And that's it. Kylie Pentelow will be here with the evening news at 6:30. Until then, have a lovely afternoon.